It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jets and the Saints.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. His throw incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones, things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Here's 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On the return is Williams. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Richardson to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Was Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That one's taken in by Spears. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Back to throw, Stafford. That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Collins last week, 8 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got the hook up to Moore. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. 3rd and 12. Now it's Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up,
gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. On the toss, it's Spears. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New York set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Richardson looking to throw this. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Richardson out of the shotgun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. The Jets at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week. Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Richardson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Stafford. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Now inside the 25. Elijah Moore. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Elijah Moore. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Anthony Richardson and the offense back out. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route, too.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Richardson working from the gun. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Richardson looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
That's to the tight end, Kobe Parkinson.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Stafford.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
It's now third down.
Throwing is Stafford. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And the Jets will take over. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Now Richardson.
Pressure, he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. And he's got Pierce.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll head down to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home in MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Anthony Richardson.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He's got the connection to Moore.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Here's Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Calvin Austin.
68 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The Spears with another carry.
And he stopped immediately there.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
In motion comes the tight end left. Out of the gun, Stafford. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Williams to return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And a completion to Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
From the shotgun, Richardson. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a...
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Back to throw, Stafford.
They'll get that complete to Parkinson.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And here's a give to Spears. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Stafford now to throw.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Hand off to Spears.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Richardson back to throw it. That's complete to Pierce.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
40 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now it's Richardson.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson.
And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Richardson.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Stafford.
That one's taken in by Spears.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Stafford throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. Now it's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's more. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Clark Phillips has got it. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he completes it to Wilson.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another.